everywhere, just waiting to get on. Just listen. Learn something.
Yo, I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, let me get it. I'm winning this game, home run, hit independent. Did it all independent. Dropping tracks from a distance on your head, y'all. Better make your head nod. Waited for a while, now I'm like, hold up, wait a second. All of the mistakes that I made were just lessons. So now I can preach and reach all of my brethren who wanna make an investment into your music. You're stepping into something that you better pay attention to. Gang, 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 you might say it and it sound recordable. But when you in the industry, how many units can you move? They'll put you on the shelf collecting dust until you pay your dues. So hold up, wait, just give me a second before you cut this off, cause I ain't rapping about weapons on my chain drip. We've been in chains since the slave ship. Now all we talk about is how many whips you can get. All that I'm saying is, young brother, just sit and listen a bit. This is artist development. If you brush me off, you'll be where I've been, making songs about a big body Benz that you ain't never had. You better off making songs that'll make your mama glad. Instead she talking about cut it out. I don't wanna hear it at all. But when you making music from your heart, that problem solved. Hold up, wait just a minute. How could I tell you all of this if I ain't did it? Just think of me as a prophet, giving you a prediction that it's hard to get fame, even harder once you get it. We often fantasize because we handle what's envisioned. I just say define success for you and go the distance. Hold up, wait, pause, are you serious? I really don't wanna be famous, not even curious. I'm just doing this now cause my knowledge need to be dropped. And what better way for you to learn while hearing the beat drop?
All my young people, don't get fooled by the trickery. Don't get fooled by the lies. Do it from your heart, do it for you. Build it, and they shall come.
Once upon a time, there was a little boy, his name don't really matter. The matter of the fact is that he wanna be a rapper. Started singing every song he heard like he made them. He really didn't know that this was perfect training. He started thinking about what he would do when he made it. He had big dreams with no plans, no guidance supporting him. Nobody knew where he was trying to go, cause they ain't never been there. This is big business, your mama not here. You still wanna be a rapper? Okay, then come here. I'll teach you what you need to know, but hold up, wait, you better know that everybody don't care about you. Don't take it personal, just stay under my wing and we gon' fly right off the pedestal. This kid got potential, this kid spit flame. That's what they be saying when they hear Lil Dan, but Big Dan F man is like, hold up, wait a minute. I'm giving them something that I didn't get when I did it. That's a realistic picture of success defined. You might have to wait a minute just for you to show up right on time. This story is for you and I hope that you find it. Rewind it, dissect every line, find the silver lining. I want you to hold up, wait a second, plan it out. Perseverance keep you consistent, and yes, you'll find this out. Hold up, wait, think about it. You just need what you got, so you already done found it. You resonate in a way that is really so astounding. So if you wanna make it, just figure out where you making it to. Support yourself and know who's there to help, and don't get it confused. Take your time to think, cause it can decide if you win or you lose. The song for everybody, making music that we gon' consume. All I wanna do is tell you to put your heart in. This song is the starter package to start in.
I'm still making heart music. Enough said.
My name is Stephen Headland, Head of Finance.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Expansion Pack. I don't know where my camera's at. I'm your host, Dan F. Man. It's good to be in here with y'all for another Healthy Mental Thursday. Let me get myself situated and orientated. Oh, shout out to Stacy. Happy birthday, Stacy. Stacy, talk to me, baby. Hey. Shout out to Stacy for her birthday. She always jump in the chat. She always be in here. Shout out to my mom last month for her birthday. She always be in the chat. Hold on. Let me pull the mic closer. She always be in the chat, and she always be in here. So shout out to y'all for those birthdays. Shout out to Lola for her birthday. Who else just had a birthday? Dang, it's somebody else. Somebody birthday coming up. I know who birthday coming up. Shout out to Eli for his birthday. Everybody for their birthdays. All right, so let me get y'all motivation on this Thursday, and then we'll go into our topic for the day, which I didn't send out with the notification, by the way, but that's a story for another day. All right, let me get y'all some motivation. Motivation for the day, for my mental health. Let's see what they got on that. And we ain't doing psych to go, so. All right, we need something over 3 minutes and unwatched. Hold on, we need unwatched and creative comments. Gotta be on. Gotta leave that filter on, y'all. Stop playing with me. And I'm not watching Psych to Go. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. This one gonna be the one.
Don't we all want to build a business that matters? Listen, I've been self-employed for 40 plus years. I was 17, I started a firewood business. I've been so blessed to make my own.
That's my guy. He know what it is from what it ain't. All right, let's get it poppin'.
There is no enemy more patient than weakness. It waits. Not in the battle, not in the blow, but in the moment before, the hesitation, the slight delay between thought and action, that flicker of doubt before the blade is drawn. That is where men break. To walk the path of mastery is not to search for peace. It is to seek what tempers you. Fire does not purify what it will not touch, and the undisciplined mind cannot withstand its own storms. Musashi understood this. He did not wait for strength to find him. He built it, in solitude, in silence, with sword and ink. Day after day, stroke after stroke, until the man and the blade became one. In the Hyoho Sanjugo Kajo, he writes, "Think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world." Why? Because the self is noise. It cries out for comfort, praise, escape. But the world? The world does not care. The river does not pause for your excuses. The mountain does not lean to comfort your fear. You must rise to meet it, or be buried by it. This is not a speech. This is a reckoning. A call to every man who claims to want clarity, focus, control, but still lives on reaction, craving, and convenience. You do not need more thoughts. You need disciplines. 10 disciplines. Forged not in theory, but in fire. Not adopted when convenient, but lived, especially when unwanted. These are not habits. These are weapons. They cut through confusion. They burn off softness. They leave only what is solid, unyielding, sharp, and immovable. Discipline 1. Rise without negotiation. Do not ask the body if it is ready. Do not consult the mood. Do not wait for motivation. Stand, begin, act. A blade does not warm up before it cuts. The sun does not vote before it rises. Why then do you treat your purpose like an option? Each morning is a confrontation between who you were yesterday and who you are willing to become now. Train the act of beginning. Make it sacred. Make it immediate. Do not scroll, do not stall, do not think, move. That is where discipline begins, not in the grand act, but in the first movement. A man who cannot win that first moment will not win the hour, and a man who loses the hour will lose the day. So rise without permission, without delay, without softness, and in that rising, remind the mind, I command you, not the other way around.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Discipline begins at the point where emotion demands you stop. You feel the pull to wait, to react, to justify. But the warrior does not follow feeling. He follows form. There is a way to hold the sword. There is a time to strike. And there is a mind that moves beneath the noise, unmoved by the scream, the wound, the fear. This is the second discipline. Do what must be done without emotion. You do not need to feel like moving to move. You do not need to feel ready to act. The blade cuts, not because it wants to, but because it must.
It must.
Emotions are clouds. They swirl, shift, expand, and vanish. They do not carry truth. They carry motion, and motion is not direction. A storm may rise in your chest, but if your hand obeys it, you are no longer a warrior. You are a servant to your own chaos.
Yes, sir.
Musashi understood this. He faced men who wanted to kill him, not once, but dozens of times. He watched their anger sharpen their swings and dull their clarity. He did not swing hardest. He swung with precision, because he was not there to win emotionally. He was there to win completely. In the Book of 5 Rings, he writes, "The spirit of the thing is to win, not to feel victorious, not to act powerful, just to win, clean, fast, without waste." Do you think the mountain shifts when the wind screams? Do you think the hawk cries when it dives? The natural world does not wait for approval. It acts in accordance with what must happen.
Yes.
You must
say that all
become the
time,
same.
Anita 6'7".
Feel the weight in your chest. Acknowledge it, but do not kneel to it.
Hey,
Feel
what up,
the
Clip
rage
Nation?
in your
Appreciate you
throat.
for joining.
Let it rise, but let it pass. Do not
you don't
act
mind
from
me shouting you
fire,
out.
act through it. The man who lashes out is already conquered. The man who hesitates to act because he does not feel like it is already dead. Your actions must be trained in silence, not trained to react to feeling, but to override it. When you wake and feel exhausted, train anyway. When your thoughts scream to avoid the conversation, speak anyway. When your chest tightens before the challenge, step anyway. Because if your choices only live in the realm of feeling, you are not a man. You are a leaf in the wind. And the wind is not your master. Look to the pine tree buried in snow. It does not ask the winter to pass. It bends slightly and holds. That is your way. Discipline is not coldness. It is clarity.
Yes, sir.
It does not reject emotion.
Hey, what up,
It
Zanita
simply
6'7"? Good to
refuses
have
to
you in
serve
here.
it. So act when it's hard. Move when it burns. Speak when you fear silence. And remain untouched by the flame.
Work today is broken.
Yes, sir.
Every
yes,
day,
sir. So,
people juggle so many different tools
we're going to give this like a minute and 30 more seconds to play
just to get work done.
so we can finish out that last piece of message. Hold on.
Warrior's path, not numb, but unmoved, not frozen, but directed. The blade does not argue, it does not explain. It does what it was made to do. So must you. The difference between a warrior and a wanderer is not talent. It is training, done when it is least wanted. Anyone can train when inspired. Anyone can act when it's convenient. But the path hardens only under pressure, and pressure never asks if you're ready. This is the third discipline. Train when you don't want to, not once, not sometimes, but again and again, especially when the body resists, especially when the mind lies. The soft man asks how he feels. The hardened one does not ask, he trains. Musashi knew this. He did not become invincible through comfort. He slept in caves. He practiced his cuts in the rain. He sparred with wooden swords until his hands split open. No teacher, no audience, no permission. Only discipline, pure, relentless, silent. Because there is no final exam for strength, only today's task, done or not done. And when it is done, tomorrow asks again. You do not rise for applause. You do not sweat for inspiration. You rise because the training is the path, not the goal, the path itself. Skip the training and you skip the way. It is not an accessory to growth. It is the furnace. No one sees the man in the cold morning, wrapping his hands in silence, repeating the same strike for the 1,000th time. No one cheers when the muscles ache, when the mind screams to stop. There is no medal for that. But there is this, a deeper self, a sharper edge, a mind that no longer waits for permission. That is why you train, not to prepare for battle, but to become the kind of man who doesn't need to prepare. Because readiness is who he is. Discipline is not in the act itself. It is in the refusal to wait for ideal conditions. If it's raining, train. If it's late, train. If you failed yesterday, train. You are not your excuses.
Train.
You are not your mood.
Train.
You are what you do when everything inside you begs for softness.
Stacy, happy birthday.
Train anyway.
Hold on, stay in
When the
chat.
body is
Stay in
tired,
chat. Let
the
me
session
finish up.
begins. When the spirit is low, the test begins. When the mind is scattered, the focus begins. Do not wait for alignment. You create it through motion. You build it with sweat. Not once, but forever. That is the way. Look to the bamboo. It bends in the wind, but only after years of growing straight under pressure. It does not reach for the sun in comfort. It stretches upward even through stone. So must you. If you seek mastery, train when it's dark.
Train. Yes, sir. Now that was perfect for our mental, if you ask me, because things on your body are slowly going wherever they going. Whether it be up, down, you need to lay down, you need a little break. So you got to keep your mind strong. You got to keep your mind strong. Because, yeah, even when you out of here, that's your mind. So, all right, here we go. I'm gonna give you the best I got. I'm giving you the best that I got. Listen, baby. All right, check it. Happy birthday to you. Yes, I'm keeping my singing voice down. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday to everybody in June and May. Happy birthday to y'all. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Hey. Okay, so I hope y'all get that back at the end of the year when it's my birthday. I don't know why I froze. Look like I froze out there on my channel. Oh, see? There you go. Anyway, so you are so welcome. You are so welcome, Stacy. And that's for everybody whose birthday it was or is about to be or is right now today, Stacy. All right, y'all. So today I did not pick out a specific topic. I literally spammed y'all with the whatever it is, that notification I sent out. Only because right now we transitioning over in a couple different areas. There is the NBA championship. There is the end of the school year graduations. There's so many things that's going on right now. So I kind of wanted to just reel y'all in and keep on going from there. So let's achieve some more healthy mental, and I don't know, however you want to say it. Let's just watch some stuff, some quotes, a little bit of facts, a little bit of talking, and have us a good little mental training session, if you want to call it that. All right. Now, this first one, I ain't gonna lie to you, it got the ball rolling already for us. But I'm not gonna stay there for the rest of the show. Oh no! I want to thumbs that up. So, what I do want to do though is I want to hit us with some scientific fact first. Let's get some fact in here. We're gonna look at some different, let's just say the biology or the chemical makeup of fatigue. We're gonna look at that. Not necessarily just your body and what it means when you fatigue, but what does your brain structure or your brain look like when you fatigue? And if you don't know what fatigue mean, I mean you're tired, dog. You just like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's look at the chemistry of fatigue on the brain. I don't want to watch it short. I want to get straight to it. How chronic stress changes your... Okay, nah. Hold on. Okay, there you go. The Economist. Hey, y'all just gonna have to
I'm
tackle
44. I run, I don't drink, I wake up at 5 a.m. I'm still exhausted by noon.
The kitchen light has been...
What happens to your brain when you burn out?
All right,
Until recently, scientists thought that, much like muscles, the brain becomes fatigued when it uses up energy. The problem with that theory is that the energy needed to think is pretty minimal. So if it's not a lack of energy that causes cognitive fatigue, what does? In 2022, a team of scientists asked participants to perform 6 hours of various assignments that involved thinking. One group was asked to do easy tasks and another hard tasks. Throughout the study, the scientists measured the biochemical changes in the participants' brains. When the volunteers were performing hard tasks, the scientists found higher concentrations of glutamate in the lateral prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain associated with cognitive control. Glutamate is an excitatory neurotransmitter, a chemical signal which triggers neurons to fire. Scientists think that the buildup of glutamate might make it more difficult.
Hold on. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of zoned out for half a second. I need to see all this. I can't be spaced out on the glutamate.
Lateral prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain associated with concentrations of glutamate in the lateral to do easy hours of various assignments that involved thinking. One group was asked to do easy tasks and another hard tasks. Throughout the study, the scientists measured the biochemical changes in the participants' brains. When the volunteers were performing hard tasks, the scientists found higher concentrations of glutamate in the lateral prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain associated with cognitive control. Glutamate is an excitatory neurotransmitter, a chemical signal which triggers neurons to fire. Scientists think that the buildup of glutamate might make it more difficult for the prefrontal cortex to perform activities such as planning, decision-making, and learning. When you rest or sleep, the glutamate levels fall. Scientists speculate that when thinking makes you feel tired, it's your brain signaling that you need a break to preserve its function. Future research into glutamate levels in the brain could help scientists devise a way to help avoid burnout.
Yeah, so it's glutamate.
Did you...
And y'all know me, I'm not about to just let it go. That was a quick 2-minute video that gave us so much information right there. So y'all know I'm not just gonna let it go. I'm not just gonna be like, yeah, so it's glutamate, and then walk off on that. I got to talk about that. Just a taste. Now, the only thing that I have to say, hey, appreciate the heart, me Snick, and the popular. So the only thing I have to say really is about the word. We get lost sometimes in the wording and the way that we talk and say things that we forget that we can create a picture with our words. And that's where like some of the ancient languages come from, like the hieroglyphs, or Chinese languages, or Japanese languages, where they use the picture or the stroke in a certain way to create a symbol that means a word. And the word is just like word. So if we examine glutamate, all I'm gonna keep saying is you glutamate. You glued to your mate. And you go and you laugh at me and be like, man, just be. Hey, but listen, your mate would be yourself. All right? And what are you losing? You're losing cognitive function. Cognitive, if you don't know, it just means that clarity on what you're doing. So, for example, I'm driving, I'm sleepy, I'm less cognitive. You see what I'm saying? That is less cognitive. I'm driving, I'm drinking coffee. It's the beginning of the day. We about to get it popping. I'm very cognitive right now. I'm all up in it. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on. Don't have sound on, but I read your lips. You're welcome. Good morning to you too. Listen, I'm going to try to talk right at the camera now. Good morning to you too as well, Snickerdoodle. You my girl. All right, so I hope you're enjoying this talk too as well, as much of it that you can see or from reading my lips. Now, you are more cognitive in that last scenario that I gave you. What we're looking at when we doing these tasks and saying now you're less cognitive and the glutamate and all of that is you are more of, let's just say you're not yourself, but more of your physical body than you are of your mind. The engine is firing very, very more. It's a lot more that's making you be, I don't want to say you be you, because let's just give it to you. Let me give it to you like this. You're doing something, you're performing a task, so you're not actively planning the task. Now, there is a bit of recycle to that process, a little bit of continuation to that process as well. But if you're doing, you're not planning. And if you're planning, you are doing, but you're not doing it now. When you have more glutamate, that's all I'm going to say now. When you got more glutamate, you doing it. You're not planning. You're not using your imagination to work up a way or scenario that it could go. You're actively engaged in doing it. And so that buildup takes away from the amount that you're able to plan, so to speak, or imagine, so to speak. So now we need that glutamate, because you all glued to the mate of yourself. You know what I'm saying? To you. Anyway, I'm just playing with the word. Once it goes down, those levels recede. Why you hit my man's with the... Anyway, I ain't see this commercial. Once those levels recede, then you are able to be more cognitive now. All right, anyway, I guess maybe y'all might think that was long-winded. It don't matter, but it makes sense because now we have an understanding of what is happening to our mind or our mental state or our thinking capacity or our thinking power when we have not only a rise in glutamate, but when we fatigue. I really love to look at the biology and the chemistry of these things because it gives me a better understanding of what it is I'm experiencing. I'm experiencing a buildup of glutamate, which is actually causing my mind to become fatigued. And remember, glutamate is a neurotransmitter. Neurotransmitters are the way that your mind or your brain communicates. Now imagine I need to talk to you, but the only way I can talk to you is by mixing baking soda and peroxide in a certain way so that the message come out. If I do it another way, you're going to think it's a different message. The messages need to be clear because we need to make the protein. So that's how you're, in a nutshell or whatever. I don't like saying that stupid stuff. In a brief way, that's how I would explain neurotransmitters to you. So that's the chemistry of fatigue on the brain. All right, so now let's look at. We ain't even gonna look at that. We're gonna even skip past that. We see what the chemistry is. Now, how do you? Let me talk for a couple more seconds. How do you function when you're fatigued? Can you think good? Are you able to produce the same results? Are you able to get yourself up and get out there and do it? Like the first video said, the motivation for the day. That happens to us all. Muscle failure is a real thing. But let's look at this from a different angle. The engine that is thought, the engine that is ideas and creation, man, that's a power source, man. That ain't one of these right here, like you taking the curl bar and being like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that amount of energy. Y'all do this with me right here. Y'all curl that imaginary bar right there. Put it over your head. Put it over your head. And wait till your arms get tired. Now your arms gonna be like, I can't go no more. We ain't even got we got imaginary weights. Come on, let's go. Don't give up. You know what? We about to do this thing. We gonna do this thing proper here. Because I want y'all to see what type of power or what type of energy we really running on. Because the mental energy is not this. And somebody that's like this, let's say we got, what's my man's name from back in the day who used to do the exercise shows? Y'all know what I'm talking about. He be, yeah, you gotta go. And he got the little shorts with the curly hair. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It ain't some substance or something that these people is on. It's that energy right there that I'm telling you. It's that energy right there. So let's cipher or sift through this right here, cause this ain't push-up energy right there. You could tell them, you got it, just keep on pushing. I ain't got it. My arms is done. What does that look like here? Not only what does that look like here mentally, but what is that here mentally? Because I'm telling myself to go. I'm telling myself we got it, but it ain't going. And we ain't got it. Let's go. Let's try this. Y'all we gonna do 2 curls every time. We just gonna work it out.
MVP savings on apples, strawberries, and blueberries.
Me too. See if they got one.
I don't think that's the same thing. What do you mean? Pies. They're fresh. Pies. Really fresh. Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna do planks. We ain't gonna do planks. But we gonna listen to the song. You gonna up and down with your arm. Go up and down. Just do up and down with your arm. There you go. Y'all ready? Now look, your mind gonna say keep going the whole time, but let's see how good we is. How strong we is. Y'all ready? Oh no, that ain't the one we need. We need to bring Sally up and to bring Sally down. It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes of y'all life. All right, let's work. You gonna get the song. Just follow me. All right. Don't stop now. 3 minutes. We gonna feel the burn today. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Now when she paused, when the beat drop, we just gonna keep going up and down, all right? Here you go, let's go. Let's go. That's almost there, let's go. Here you go, let's go, keep going. Go to the claps. Hey. Ooh. My mind good. My mind good. Keep running, mind. Send some more energy down there to my shoulders. Hey. Keep going, y'all. Don't stop. Let's go. All right, we're going to go again. Here you go. All right, here we go. Ah! Oh! Yeah. My shoulder's going to feel this after this. Hold up. Let's go. I hope y'all doing this with me. It ain't just me. Let's go. Oh my God. How many? Oh, we still got a whole another minute? Bro, we still got another minute. Hold on, she said down. Go up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh. Come on, y'all. I'm right here with y'all. We got about 47, 40 some seconds. Hey. Yeah. Come on now. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. Hey. Ooh. You calling me? No, you can't call me. Hold up. Do this stretch, do this exercise with me, Ella. Come on. Bring Sally down. Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. Come on now, we almost done, girl. Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. All right, here you go, last bit. We're gonna go up and down. Bring Sally up. Bring Sally down. My shoulders. All right, one more time. All right, come on, up and down. Oh, 3 minutes of that.
For a
oh
long
my
time,
God.
the trade-off has been...
Okay, Ella, what's up? What you doing? Whew. Okay, I gotta finish hosting my show. See, look, but I'm glad you called. Hold on, let me see if I can flip the camera for you. I will definitely call you back. Say what up to the chat. Chat, tell Ella what's up. Alright, girl. Alright, I'll talk to you in a second. Love you. Alright, y'all. Hey, so, what did your mind say while we was listening to that? Tell me. Maybe you won't tell me. But I'm going to tell you what my mind said. Said, was you ready for a workout today, Dad? I don't know if we was, but I got the energy, but you're going to have to give it up for something later. Now, right now, I feel good. I'm okay with that because of the understanding on what we just did. Now, did I want to like work out my shoulders right now? Yeah, that was cool. Will I be a little sore later? Yeah, and that's even better. Will I also be stronger later? That's the best part. So, also as a nice little bonus gift, we have an understanding of that energy that is running our mind. Now, I give these little simple examples and do these little simple exercises, but it's really, really, really deep. What we just did is really deep. If you continued and didn't stop and you persisted, or you're actually listening and tuned in with me and you did it along with me, you found inside of yourself a connection. You should have found inside of yourself a connection with an energy source that's not your shoulders. It's powering your shoulders. It's the force behind your shoulders. Keep on. When the force don't stop till you get enough. And I'm feeling fine. You know what I'm saying? I won't be complaining. Oh! I ain't gonna sing no more. But you understand what I'm saying. It is that. Now, what I'm gonna do is, we're gonna spend, since we spent 3 minutes doing the exercise, we're gonna spend 45 seconds to 1 minute recovering from the exercise and look at a short video on, I wanna say this, but I don't want it to be too dull. But we're gonna look at it anyway. Let's look at a little video on lactic acid. Because we built it up. We built it up into our shoulders, and now it need to go somewhere. And that's what you feeling if you feeling a little sore or a little tight around your shoulders. We just need a short video. We don't need nothing long. There we go.
Try our team for 7 days, and if you're not impressed, you don't even have to pay us. We will help.
That's my man's. We ain't gonna listen to you for 2 seconds. Not at this time. We'll listen to you later. That's my guy.
A short video to answer a question that someone had relating to, is it the lactic acid that's causing the soreness after I work out, after like a day of working out? And the answer is no, it's not. The lactic acid is cleared out within 30 to 60 minutes after you work out. Okay, what's causing the soreness, which is delayed, is actual micro trauma, mini tears in your muscles, okay, and inflammation in the repair cycle, which could take 5 to 7 days. Okay, so it's really important when you're trying to recover after you work out and you're sore, not to train too intensely over that or not to stretch too much, because think about it, the muscles are tore. You don't want to use a high intense type stretching thing. You want to do very mild stretching, low intensity stretching, and make sure you don't overtrain. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. Omega-3 fatty acids are really important, but you're probably already getting that in your fish, in your eggs, in the flax oil, in certain grass-fed animal products. B vitamins are important in the healing process. And vitamin E is very important too. But if you're consuming large amounts of vegetables, you should be getting enough E. All right, well that's a wrap. See you in the next video.
That's my guy.
Hey, if you like helping people as much as I...
So, that lactic acid should be draining back out of you, so your muscles should be recovering, getting back to how they should feel normally, but you got them tears in there. Now, we talking about your mental at this point, and, you know, as above, so below. So if we want to look at this thing just like our muscles and how we would work our muscles, we got tears right now, or let's just say some spots that we stretched our mental capacity, our way of thinking of things, even just the way that we using the energy that we're giving. Now, if we are a container of this energy and it's self-cycling, all we would need is a controller in this aspect. And what is, I can't lie to you, got the best one. It's called imagination. Let's do an exercise for just a second. Let's imagine inside of here, which is infinite space in here, a large factory, a large space filled with nothing but engines. And you got Larry over there, you got Edwin in the back, you got Robert up front, and they all working a machine in there. And each one of those machines is controlling a form of energy that is going to different places. I don't remember the names I just said, but one of them energies is red, one of them energies is green, one of them energies is blue. Now, don't worry about what those energies control. Just imagine Edwin ain't doing the job right. So the red energy down there ain't flowing. Now, we need all of these energies. It ain't a question about it. Now, you can go and you can, not eat vegetables. My son be like, it's a vegetable. It's a vegetable. It's a vegetable. You feel what I'm saying? Give me that meat. Or whatever. That's what he be saying. He like, I want to eat this over that. Cool. You can do that. We ain't got that luxury when we talking about Edwin, Robert, and Larry in there. I'm going to punch Edwin in the head because we need each one of these energies in order for us to operate correctly. Edwin, bow, punch to the head. Get back on the flow. You feel what I'm saying? We need that energy to flow to where it's going to. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up and making this such a big deal, even though it sounds like I'm joking, is because we're talking about the flow of energy that controls every aspect of you. Think about it right now. You're not breathing on your own consciously. I always go to this. You may have got up, walked to the fridge, and got something to drink of your choice consciously on your own. But you're not saying, hey, man, you didn't breathe last Thursday, and it's really causing me issues. No, you're breathing constantly. You're blinking constantly. Your body is doing things without you having to do them consciously. So that's Edwin. That's Edwin. He keeping it flowing down there. But today, Edwin ain't on his job. Bow. Edwin, get up. We needed to run. Or you know what, better yet, Edwin, you stay down, and Robert and Larry going to take it over today. And they going to make sure everything running with all of the stuff in here because Edwin need a day off. And then the next time, somebody else going to run it. And you have to look at your mental energy in that way because it's not limitless. And you have to nurture it in that way because it's not limitless. We can go back to the example of the bring salad up and bring salad down. I couldn't go up or down. As a matter of fact, at one point I was finding relief doing this better than the slow because it was like, dang, my back. So we need those energies to flow. And to be honest with you, I speak sometimes from a place of knowing, but I also see the distraction. I see the distraction. Go do this instead of doing that. Sit over here and do this instead of doing that. Well, like they said in the beginning video that we first looked at, your battle today is against the person you were yesterday. So now let's keep on progressing this thing forward. All right. I gave y'all plenty of analogy. All right. We looked at the lactic. We looked at the chemistry side of this thing for a good little minute. Let's look at the philosophical, metaphorical side, and let's just get some soul food for thought. If y'all read what I typed in, yeah, that's what's up. It's like a do not. It's just if you have been looking at the world right now, everybody is agreeing what it is to be comfortable. Now, if you hide and say that you only come out at certain times to do what you like that's pleasurable to you, then there's a certain level of not being true to yourself that you're doing. I ain't gonna say faking that you doing. It's a lot of faking that you probably doing. Because when you go around others not that you've been around, but others that you haven't been around, you don't know, you have to put on an air of manners. You have to have some manners, there's some common manners. I'm not gonna do certain stuff to you when I don't know you. All right? So whether you do that in your private setting or not is irrelevant. We here now in a public setting. All right? So what I'm getting at is that we all know better. We all know better. And if you really have any sort of foresight, you will continue to do better. I'm sorry. For those who, I ain't sorry, y'all are responsible for yourself. I am speaking to those who have to do that little bit of faking. Because they know better, but they just ain't doing better. Keep it over there, my guy. We're talking about what is better in general. And you want to be healthy so that you can keep on doing that bull that you're doing, unless, hey, like I said, I ain't gonna put it on you and say that everybody is perfect. What I am gonna say to you is, if no one's perfect, then you need to go ahead and include yourself. I say all of that because we're going to look at some things that is going to challenge. It would challenge some people. It would challenge some people because they don't want, it's some that don't want the other side to prevail, you know? And the other side being safety, security, health, wealth for me and for you. I'm happy to cut your grass. But just because you don't cut your grass, you get to treat me like trash. Let me say that again. I'm happy to cut your grass. But just because I cut your grass and you don't cut mine, doesn't mean you get to treat me like trash. Just because I take out your trash and you don't take out mine, doesn't mean you get to treat me like trash. I'm out here trying to do for myself just like you. All right, y'all. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Disturb setting for your mind, and it gets you focused in just 5 minutes using science.
Today, I'm going to be giving you 7 different keys for better mental health. There's one thing that we've realized over the past few years is that mental health is something that it's gone down a lot for a lot of people. The average amount of phone calls into the crisis hotline has literally gone up 3 times, 300% from what it was a few years ago. And so with better mental health, this is something that we all need to concentrate on because we are the ones that are in charge of our own mental health. There's nobody else's job but our own to improve our own mental health. And so for today, I'm going to give you 7 different keys to improve your mental health. So let's dive into it. Number 1. If it still bothers you after 24 hours, speak up within 48 hours, okay? Something happens to you. Maybe you're in a relationship with somebody and they do something. And what you typically would do is take those feelings and push them down. And what you want to say, you don't say. And you're just like, I'm just going to avoid it. I'm going to avoid this conversation because I know that it could turn into a blow up and she could blame me for it and I could blame her for it. And then it's just easier not to get into it. If something is still kind of lingering, if it's still bothering you after 48 hours, you need to speak up within the next 24 hours. I'm sorry, if it's still bothering you within 24 hours, you need to speak up in the next 24 hours. So if it bothers you after 24 hours, speak up within those 48 hours because what it's doing is it's showing you something. I don't know what that something is, but I do know something around that. Is ignoring something does not make it go away. Ignoring something just puts it in the dark. Puts it under the rug, and you just keep putting things under the rug and under the rug and under the rug. Eventually, it's going to build up, and you're going to trip over that rug. And so, if there's something, anything, you need to say something to someone, you need to express something to somebody, whatever it is. If it still bothers you after 24 hours, speak up within 48 hours. That's number 1. Number 2, get better at expressing your feelings. Part of being a human is having a large range of emotion. We can have the highest of highs, we can have the lowest of lows. We all, myself included, everybody need to get better at expressing our feelings. So we need to express what's going on inside of us. If you have anger, let the anger out in a safe place. If you have sadness, let the sadness out in a safe place. If you have frustration, let it out in a safe place. Stop holding it all in. We're holding on to so much of it. Like sometimes, if you're just really pissed off, if you're really angry, if you're really frustrated, maybe what you need to do is go to a kickboxing class. Maybe you need to go to the gym. Maybe you need to go to kickboxing class, then go to the gym, and then have that conversation like we were just talking about a minute ago. Stop holding it in so much. If your body is at ease when you're not holding it all in, then it is at dis-ease when you don't release it. And so dis-ease inside of your body can turn into disease in your body. And you might say, oh my gosh, that sounds so woo-woo-y and stuff. Well, there's an entire book on this called The Body Keeps Score, where emotion that is suppressed inside of you, emotion that you suppress, actually turns into a lot of disease inside of the body, right? So don't apologize for expressing your feelings.
Yes,
now,
yes, sir.
Are there right ways to express your feelings and wrong ways? Of course.
Yes.
But don't apologize for expressing something that feels true to you. And don't let somebody else invalidate your feelings simply because it doesn't line up with the way they feel about a situation. And so one of the things we can all do is just get better at expressing our feelings. Whenever something comes up, try to express it. Try to let it through. If it's sadness, you know, there's so many people that you have so much grief that you are holding on to inside of you and you haven't let yourself feel it. Somebody died, somebody left, something happened the way that you didn't want it to happen. You were neglected, all kinds of things. And sometimes what we need to do is we need to actually just let it all out. Okay? So don't apologize for expressing your feelings. Express your feelings in a safe place, in a safe way. And then also don't let people invalidate your feelings. So that's number 2. Number 3, get better at asking for help. Like we all need help at some point, right? And so many people that I see, so many people come to me and they're just like, I'm terrible at asking for help. I put everything on my back. I try to do everything for everyone else. And I'm just so terrible at asking for other people to help me. Imagine that everything that you go through, everything that happens to you in your life, everything that you do has some weight to it. You know, a fight that you have with somebody has weight to it. A to-do list that's way too long has weight to it. Things that happen to your childhood have weight to it. And I'm just talking about physical weight. Just imagine that it weighs.
My wife called me lazy because I never do the things I say I'll do. I thought it was depression. We were both wrong.
1 pound. And you keep putting that 1 pound, you know, each one of the things weigh 1 pound. You're putting it into a backpack on your back.
You know what's so funny? Exactly what he about to say is what we just did with that bring Sally up, bring Sally down. It's not that this is a heavy weight that you putting in here or that it's like the biggest thing in the world. But those little bit of up and down motions just consistently is enough to bring you to your knees.
Putting it into a backpack on your back. You're putting it into a backpack on your back. And you keep putting on more and more and more and more weight. Put it in your backpack, you put it in your backpack, you put it in your backpack, and you realize a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road, it's like you're carrying a backpack that weighs 300 pounds. There are people in your life that are more than willing to help you take some of the weight, but you don't ask for help. That's why it feels so heavy. That's why we say it feels, oh my gosh, it just feels so heavy. I don't know why. At some point, you have to learn to drop the weight. At some point, you have to reach out to somebody and say, hey, I need help with this. I need help with the way that I'm feeling. At some point, you have to drop the weight and ask for some help. Otherwise, it's going to all come crashing down. I've been there before. So many people have been there before. You have to learn to ask for help. It's like the phrase, the mountains that you are meant to climb, the mountains that you are carrying, you are only meant to climb, right? The things that you're going through, you were only supposed to climb that mountain. You weren't supposed to take that mountain. Been there before. The weight and ask for some help. Otherwise, it's going to all come crashing down. I've been there before. So many people have been there before. You have to learn to ask for help. It's like the phrase, the mountains that you are meant to climb, the mountains that you are carrying, you are only meant to climb, right? The thing.
Wow. I'm glad we listened to that. The mountains you carry, you are only meant to climb. That's my guy. Yeah, we can finish on that note. So, as we get up on the last like 3 minutes here on Expansion Pack today, we in a garden, and I need a little bit for my stuff to grow so that I can survive and eat. You need your stuff, your little bit of stuff to grow so you can survive and eat. But we all need the land, this beautiful landscape. And now I'm speaking metaphorically about our mental state. We all need a healthy mental awareness. And what I mean when I say healthy is straight up 10 commandments. Straight up. There's no way that we can make it without some rules or laws in place that are able to create that stability. Now, you get your commandments from where you get them from. But I'm just talking about the law or the rule that's in place to keep us from taking out everything around us, not just our neighbor and their wife and eating too much. I'm talking about everything around us. Give yourself some discipline. Give yourself some grace. And with that, I'm going to snooze this last ad for y'all so y'all don't get hit with an ad. They know. They be knowing. I'm glad that y'all tuned in with us today on another episode of Expansion Pack. I'm your host, ANF Man. Tomorrow is Fun Fact Friday. If you got any ideas, anything that you want us to talk about, anything you want us to do, say, or whatever it is that we trying to get done up in here today, I'll see you there. You know, we won't have no episodes next week, so just chill. We're going to start our summer session pretty soon here. I got a lot of things planned. I got a lot of good work that we're going to be able to do. So DGTA_TV, y'all follow up. It has been a great year so far. The summertime is coming up, so make sure y'all tune into all of the things that we're going to have going on for the summertime. It ain't over. We just now getting started. The kids going to be working. They going to be making them some money. I'm going to make me some money, undoubtedly. I ain't trying to do too much outside of that. And you know what I'm going to say next. Let me get us a song first. Yeah, y'all gonna like this one. Y'all always like when I play the song. So don't leave before the song is over. I'm glad that I can kick it with y'all. I'm glad we could do this again. This is DGTA TV. Yeah. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Chill. Serenade. Dan F. Man. Scrap Jones, what up? Leroy Baggins. This is 3B.
Mommy love me, love her. She know what I doin'. I'm trying to get this money, trying to stack, trying to do it. I kick it to the max like Nike. What you doing? You know already gave it wintertime, so the summer, huh? She know what I'm talking about. I'm dipping in the Rover, huh? Like she don't know these tricks is for kids. I'm outside romancing, trying to hop in the Benz. Call my old head Mike, trying to hop in the 10. What they talking about? Them trying to follow us them. I mean, I could lock the club down. I could pop bottles. I could buy you diamonds, ropes, and see your ass tomorrow. My baby mother, she don't even start of that, thought of that. I'm outside at the club trying to gargle this. What you talking about? Summertime in the QC, huh? She know what the game about. I'm trying to hit a 3, huh?
You and I, riding down Brookshire Avenue in the summertime.
things first. I freaks all the honeys, bunnies, playboy bunnies that's doing numbers. Cause I'm stacking this cash, I'm getting hundreds. It's a damn shame, it's changed the whole world looking funny. Cause I'm coming up fast, I'm in a hurry. I got this life under control, I do not worry. I may have a side piece, but to my dreams I am married. I do not deal with old baggage, I do not carry myself like I'm less than a king. So like a king, you better know if die for my queen. I put my life on the line, hell yeah, I make a scene. Roll it in the range, me and my girl looking clean. Me and my girl, we on the scene. I told her, me and you gon' ride though. So open up that side though, the spot we gon' slide through. This block party, ain't nobody buffing with my crew. I ain't studying no broad, me and my girl, we gon' cruise down the boulevard.
You and I.